Welcome back. What did you think of the technique in part 1? If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it here. It's short and will help make this video more meaningful. Let's get right into the breakdown. If you thought I was shooting free recoil, you got fooled. Let me show you. I'm pretty consistent with my recoil pad pressures, so I moved the camera over and took this clip. At full speed, it's impossible to make a call. But when I stop it like this, then show you the following frame, notice how the top of the recoil pad doesn't blur as much as the middle? That's because that is where the shoulder pressure is acting on the recoil pad. The pad initially flexes some as the anterior deltoid muscle compresses before the rag can start moving. So I was pushing on the recoil pad with about 3 to 5 pounds of pressure before the primer ignited. Now that I've answered that question, let me give you some thoughts on free recoil in US F-class shooting. Here's the rule that is most commonly referenced in these arguments. It says that the rifle must be fired from the shoulder. Now, whether I'm placing pressure on the recoil pad or not, if the first part of my body impacted from the recoil is my shoulder, I think we have that covered. In my opinion, the intent of this rule is to prevent the rifle from being fired from the hip or in the supine position, or some other weird position. More importantly, for those purists that would complain about another competitor that shoots free recoil, let me explain my experience. Free recoil doesn't create any advantage. I've done both free recoil and not over long periods of time. And honestly, free recoil is a disadvantage at long range with cartridges that are competitive. Now you can shoot well with free recoil and a small 6, but those are only so competitive as the winds get tricky. The bigger secret is that the little 6s are even better with a little bit of a hold. Since I have you here in some pretty good video, let me give you a little taste of what the patrons get. Here is the PRT stock we saw in the first video, right? Let's go through this slowly like we did the other video. This frame shows when the striker falls. Now let's go one frame forward. While I can usually see it in real time just from experience of watching others shoot, this makes it really easy to coach others that I can't shoot with in person. If I were coaching myself, I would point out that I have stopped my flinch with the latest adjustments I made. Let's go another frame. Now we see that the cheek weld wasn't adequate. You can see the comb dragging the skin on my face backward. A few more frames, and we see that I have inadequate muscle tone in my pectoral and anterior deltoid muscles, and my elbow isn't planted. If we carry that down the body a bit, we would likely see that the core is weak too and not providing the stability needed. Let's go farther in the recoil. We now see that the stock rolls away at the end of the recoil motion, which is caused by the combination of a poorly positioned recoil pad in both rotation and height, as well as the previously mentioned muscle weakness. Which brings me to another realization. I need to work on my shooting athlete some more. And I have a few places to start. Leave me a comment below if you would be interested in videos on making a better shooting athlete. Until next time, shoot straight, and I'll see you in the next video.